how can I level up my coaching with AI? Let's look today both at your coaching program, your offer, and let's also look at how you conduct the sessions themselves. So how you deliver the transformation. It's going to be a powerful one. So buckle up and let's dive straight in. Welcome to Thrive and Serve. I'm your host, Colin Scotland, and this podcast is all about helping you to shine your light as your most authentic self. Because when you show up as you, it powerfully amplifies your impact. And today we're talking about how AI can help us to do just that, to amplify our impact. Take a deep breath with me. And let's dive in. Today we're talking about the power of AI as a coach, how we can embrace this beautiful new technology to be better, right? To do more, to increase our impact and to increase the depth with which we transform the lives of those people that we serve. This podcast is called Thrive and Serve for that very reason, right? We thrive in the service of others, of those around us. And AI is the rocket fuel, the rocket ship, in fact, that will take you to the stars with your coaching practice. Today, we're focusing on the client transformation, so your coaching program itself, and also the actual mechanics, the systems, the sessions, the breakdown of that program into how you deliver the transformation. So firstly, we're talking here, when we talk about AI in this instance, we're referencing large language models, tools such as ChatGPT, Claude, Google's Gemini, these models where you can simply type text or speak to the models verbally and they will respond with what's called generative AI. Now, this is important to understand. It's generative AI. It's not like looking in an encyclopedia and the encyclopedia shares with you that knowledge. It regurgitates knowledge. Generative AI is very different, and this is where a lot of people miss the point of how powerful this software, this technology is. Because it's generative AI, it takes all of that encyclopedic knowledge and it generates brand new connections. It makes connections just in much the same way as we would as human beings. That's the power of generative AI. So that's the area I'm referencing and talking about here, is how you can embrace generative AI, namely softwares such as ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, to do exactly this. Map out your coaching transformation program and also create sessions using the AI, session materials, resources, and plans that will just deepen the transformation that you deliver. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's talk firstly about the AI-powered transformation mapping. What does it mean? Well, as a coach with a program, your program delivers a journey of transformation. I call it the prison to paradise journey. So the prison state where your ideal client, think about an ideal client of your coaching right now. Where are they at the very beginning? What's the problem state that they're in? And then contrast that with the paradise state after they have been through your program. So ask yourself the question, like, what's the before the prison and what's the after? And what will their life look, sound, and feel like both before and after? So in contrast to, and I'll just give you some examples just to get your brain turning in the right direction, right? So maybe I come to you and I'm frustrated. Let's pretend you are a leadership career coach, right? And I come to you frustrated. I've hit the ceiling in my current role and I just feel like anxiety about not reaching my own potential, and I've got all of this negative energy around where I'm at, feeling stuck. So anxiety, negativity, feeling stuck, these would be the things that we would put in the prison state, right? And then we contrast that. So I come in with my leadership career development skills and unique way of helping you get to that next level, right? Here are the outcomes. So what outcomes do you deliver in your coaching program? So as a leadership career coach, and I'm just making it up, so it might not make total sense. I do it more to spark the thoughts of, in you, right? So the leadership development coach may take them to the very next level of leadership. It might take them through the tiers. It might get them that huge promotion. What is it that you focus on? What's the big outcome? What thing do you deliver with what it is that you're offering? Always ask yourself this, because, you know, I say this a lot. Marketing is identification, satisfaction of needs profitably. That's all that marketing is. In fact, that's what business is. It's a value exchange. They are here, they want to get here, and you help them to do that. And they pay you money in exchange for that value that you deliver through your coaching program. Make sense? So what is that for you? What's point A? What's point B? You need to understand this. You need to know this for you. If you're not sure, you can ask AI. So you can go into the AI and you can say, hey, AI, I've got prompts for this in my vault, right? But you can go into the AI and you can say, hey, I am trying to understand the journey that I deliver in my coaching program. Here's my ideal client. Help me just to extrapolate, powerful word that you can use in AI, what those prison states look, sound, and feel like for these people right now. These career coaches that are frustrated as hell and they feel stuck, like they're just going through the motions. They feel like they're on the hamster wheel, grinding their way around the wheel, never getting anywhere. And it's driving them insane. So extrapolate on that for me. Help me to understand deeply what's moving them, what's driving them, what's causing them to look for a solution. What are their family saying? What are they thinking? What do they believe? Okay. AI can just fill in all of the blanks on that for you. You don't need to make this stuff up or know it off the top of your head. This is where AI can be powerful. Then contrast that by asking the AI, well, okay, here's what I deliver. I help them break through that ceiling, get to the next level, feel like a superhero, in charge, take control, be in the driving seat of their future. What does that now look, sound, and feel like? What is and it's generally the antithesis, the opposite of how they were feeling in the prison state. Now, that's the polarity mapping of before and after prison and paradise. Then it gets important and even more powerful, because now what you can do is you can begin to map the process, and you might have a coaching program and process already, which is fine. You can use that as your baseline, as your starting point, and you can then ask the AI. If you're starting out completely, then doesn't matter, blank canvas, same process, right? Ask the AI, we've got a chasm here. We've got a before and we've got an after with a gap in the middle. And how do we bridge that gap? What are the steps that somebody needs to go on in order to reach that paradise state, to get to that desired outcome? What are the steps? And if you've got an existing coaching program, compare the milestones, the map that AI generates for you with what you do. Is there anything missing? Is there anything that you're not doing in order to deliver those results? Are you doing things in the right order? Yeah. So with the career example, it might be, well, let's look at your outcomes, your dream outcomes for your career. What does absolute success look like for you? And then we can map out the suggested order of what we do next. Like, well, let's audit and assess your skills. Let's create a plan for getting you to that next level. And then let's work on implementing that plan, updating your resume, looking at opportunities and job markets and how you might navigate that path to the next level for you. And again, this isn't a real example. I'm just making it up to give you colorful examples and ideas that you can then adapt and adopt in your practice for yourself. So AI will help trigger and spark these thoughts and these ideas, and it's up to you to run with them. Don't take what the AI says as your program. Use it as the baseline. Use it as fruits for what you will actually make, the ingredients. Okay, so it's the ingredients of your program. It has to be your program. Don't just use what the AI throws out. So this has to be imbued with you. Well, I like to do X and I like to do Y, and then it makes sense for me to do that. You're the expert in all of this. Let AI assist you in creating a transformation journey, a map for your clients that is uniquely yours. And that happens when you collaborate with the AI, when you work in partnership with it to have your input, your say, your direction alongside the magnificent stuff that you can get out of this generative AI. So now you've got this map, this plan of how you're going to deliver transformation. This is your unique program. In marketing, we call it a unique delivery mechanism, a way that you can effect this change in your clients that nobody else can. Nobody else can. That's the missing ingredient, right? This is the thing that is, in marketing, in business, we call it a differentiator. The differentiator is your career development plan, your career coaching program, your steps to success. The thing that is unique to you that people can't then go and get elsewhere. They might get similar things. They might get similar outcomes by doing this course, following this program, but they can't get you. They can't get your program. That's your superpower, right? Your uniqueness is you and how you are baked in to this delivery mechanism, this unique transformation map of how you take them from prison to paradise. That becomes your coaching program. We do step 1, then we do step 2, then we do step 3, then we do step 4, then we do step 5, etc., etc., etc. So keep it very focused on what's essential to get them from one state to the other. Now, we've got the coaching program. We've got an idea now of what our coaching package looks like, how it's unique, how it's different. The next part is to look at how we can use AI to actually devise the session plans for that, so we can break those things down. If you think about what we've just talked about, the transformation map, the prison to paradise as the big rocks in the journey. So chasm, cliff on one side, cliff on the other, big massive chasm. We put big rocks down to act as stepping stones, milestones to get them from one side to the other. Now, how do we go into the detail of each of those milestones? So let's assess where you are. How do we do that? Well, we take 3 sessions, and in the first session, we're going to do an assessment. The second session, we're going to review the assessment and map out some plans. And in the third review, we're going to reflect and look forward to the next part of the process. So can you see how that big milestone of assess or audit has become 3 sessions? So we've broken that down. It's hierarchical, okay? And again, like 101 of how we create and craft these sessions, we bring AI into this mix. So we use AI to suggest possible breakdowns of each of those milestones. I want to deliver this over 8 weeks. So help me to break these milestones down into a prioritized list of sessions. So now we've got the 8 sessions. Session 1, we do this. Session 2, we do this. Session 3, we do this. And again, it may not be entirely accurate. It's a starting point, a springboard for you. You're the expert. We're not going to do that there. We're going to do that here. We're not even going to do that because I do this instead, right? And this becomes now your unique thing. Your DNA runs right the way through it. AI, don't let AI just write it for you, okay? So then each lesson, you can begin to apply your skill in creating transformation by designing sessions with AI that are going to deliver that transformation. So depending on your modality, the type of coaching that you focus on, there will be models of learning, models of coaching that you can apply, and AI is a master at this. So let's take, for example, the Bloom's taxonomy, okay, which is an educational model of learning that's used in schools throughout the land. So you can ask ChatGPT to take the Bloom's taxonomy model and help me craft a session that guides them through the levels of Bloom's so that they remember, understand, are able to apply. And I don't remember the ins and outs of Bloom's taxonomy off the top of my head, but go and check it out. It creates these higher, it's a pyramid of these higher focus, higher processing abilities. So it takes somebody on this journey of learning and understanding to deepen understanding and their ability to effect that change, to live that change in whatever it is that they do. This is a journey, remember, of the client. It's not your journey, it's theirs. So by making the lessons and the sessions focused entirely on them and supporting them in their journey is what's going to make your coaching program more powerful. And AI is the perfect ally to help you do this. So you might ask for the AI to think about references and sources of information, or help me craft some worksheets and questions that we may have to follow up, and action steps that they can take to go through this model of Bloom's in a step-by-step way and achieve the milestone that we're seeking to achieve. Can you see how that now becomes a powerful tool for you to just help you? Like, what would be the learning outcomes of this lesson? Help me to craft learning outcomes. Help me to craft a curriculum, like a lesson plan for this lesson. And then help me to understand how I will know that they've arrived. So how will we assess? What would that assessment look like? It might be a quiz. It might be worksheets. It could be any and all things. Ask AI to suggest this for you. Use learning models if it's appropriate. So one of the ones I like to use is Kolb's experiential learning cycle, because this is powerful. It gives people experience, allows them to observe for themselves, and then begin to understand through their own observation, and then they can experiment for themselves. So I'm very pragmatic in my coaching, and I love to get people getting their hands dirty and doing it, right? So you'll notice in this podcast, I'm saying to you, go into chat and say this and go and ask it that. It's very practical, very pragmatic, because I think active experimentation, the way that you learn is by doing. Not all people, but a lot of, like for me especially, I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I learn by doing, not just by hearing or by seeing. So you knowing and understanding this and exploring this in how you design your sessions with the help of AI is where the true power in all of this lies, okay? It's not you just going, hey, write me my sessions. It's you being part of the process. And I've said this a lot, and I'll keep saying it because it's really, really critical. You being part of the plan, the process, every element of this. ChatGPT can help you. It can support each of the stages, and it can help you to craft session plans based on whatever modality, learning theory, whatever it might be that's appropriate for you. Here's the thing for you. Ask ChatGPT. So put your details into this mix, right? I am a leadership career coach. I help X to get to Y with this program of whatever it is that we've just decided here. What would be the best learning methodologies and coaching approaches to help deliver this transformation? There's something quite meta for you. And then the results of that can spark, okay, it suggested this, this, and this. I'm going to go and play with this one. This looks interesting to me. Help me map out session 1 using this theory. Help me map out session 2 using this. Help me generate some worksheets that will assess that these learning outcomes have been achieved. And all of this can be done with the help of our AI partner. Very simply, just by typing into chat. Like you and I are having this, I'm sharing this one-way conversation, but just like you're listening to me say this, you can have this experiential, Kolb's learning cycle coming in, right? You can have this experiential approach to playing with the AI, asking it these questions, interrogating it in the way that I've described today, and having a back and forth that will help you help more people. Because that's what this is about. This is about you increasing your impact, being a better coach, delivering better outcomes. deepening the transformation that you deliver to your clients. And that is what will help you to make all of the difference. The bigger impact you have, the more clients you'll get. The more clients you get, the bigger impact you'll have. And that impact starts with those people that are in front of you right now, those conversations, those client relationships that you can nurture, strengthen, and deepen, and you'll grow from the inside out. And that's how you'll grow your practice. And that's how you can use AI in all of these things. We've just touched on a few today, quite a few use cases. And I try to cover this in multiple ways. So if you track back through my YouTube channel and my podcast, you'll see I talk about similar things from different angles. Because the more that you can know and experience and experiment with this, the better those outcomes are going to be for your clients. Because you will be more competent in utilizing this powerful technology and embracing it at all phases and stages of your business to build a powerful coaching program, to understand your ideal clients, and also then to continue that powerful transformation by crafting wonderful session plans, learning outcomes, using learning modalities and theories, creating resources, worksheets, assessments, evaluations for how you're going to deliver the transformation. And at every phase, at every stage of this, ChatGPT, generative AI can help you just to go faster, just to go further, and just to go deeper. Thank you so much for joining me today on Thrive and Serve. I'm Colin Scotland, and if you found this content helpful, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And my invitation to you is to go and let your unique light shine in the world in the way that only you can. And I'll see you next time.